I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Continuing our work on pitch, we're now moving to page 12 of the Grade 5 Discovering Music Theory workbook, and we have some more reading tests in regard of switching clefs, but now we're going to extend that by working on enharmonic notes. This is where I particularly advise referring to a piano keyboard. Even if you're not a pianist, it's a great idea to just have a general idea of the layout of a piano keyboard, and you can visually see quite easily what the enharmonic equivalents are. So we can see that A sharp, B flat, C double flat could also be referred to as B flat. And so I do suggest that while we're juggling clefs, this is an extra aid. We've got enough to be thinking about without getting lost and trying to just visualise in our mind, as it were. It's always easy enough to just quickly sketch one out. It doesn't need to be a work of art, just a quick reference. And so we need to write enharmonic equivalents of each of these notes, and we're reading in all of the clefs that we've covered so far. So here we have a D sharp in the treble clef. Every good boy deserves D sharp. So D sharp we could also refer to as E flat, making sure we're in the correct octave, so not down here but just the semitone above, but then flattening it takes us back to the same pitch. Still in the treble clef we have an A flat. Every good boy deserves football. F, G, A double flat. And so actually A flat flat, that's basically A double flat, can also be referred to, it's the same sound, the same pitch as G. Be careful you get the correct octave, not down here, it's this G here, a semitone below it looks like, but the double flats mean it's the same note exactly. Now we have a double sharp in the alto clef, so let's see, C, B, A, G double sharp, and G double sharp, G sharp sharp, I nearly went the wrong way then, G sharp sharp can also be referred to as A, and so C, B, A, there. So G double sharp, what a mouthful, and A are enharmonically the same. If you feel like you've got the gist of it, then by all means do press pause, have a go on your own. It's okay to make mistakes, that's how we learn. And if it's not quite right, we can always just adjust it. Always work in pencil and anything can be erased. So I'm hoping you've had a go. Let's now work through this together. So here we have a G, F, E. And so E could also be referred to, I suppose you could say D double sharp, or we could say F flat. So let's go for an F flat. So if that's G, that's F. So it looks like we're a semitone above, but the flat sign actually takes us to the same pitch. Here we have a C, D, E, F sharp. And so F sharp and G flat are enharmonically the same. They sound the same, though they're kind of replacing a different note. F sharp replaces the F by raising it. G flat replaces the G by lowering it, but it sounds exactly the same. So C, D, E, F, G. It looks like we're a semitone higher, but by the time we put the flat sign, we're exactly the same. Let's figure out what we've got here. So we've got a C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, double flat. So D double flat gives us C, and so this is an octave plus 1, and so if we're coming down a semitone, we're going to be an octave. There's our C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and so that is actually the correct note because the double flat sign is bringing us right down to the same pitch as C. So here we have an F flat. So F flat could be written as E. So all cows eat. It looks like we're a semitone lower, but the flat will drop us to the same pitch here. So here we have a C, B, A double sharp. So A sharp sharp takes us to B. If this is middle C, B is one step lower. It looks like we're a semitone higher, but the double sharp will take us to that note. And then finally, C, D flat. And so D flat could be written as C sharp. And if that is the D above middle C, we want the middle C. It looks like we're a semitone lower, but if we put the sharp sign, we've raised it to the same pitch exactly. So here we've got some examples of how notes can look so very different on the stave. And you could try changing the clefs and seeing what the pitch sounds like, and it dramatically alters the sound, because if this was written in the treble clef, for example, how high would that be? That would be a really high note. Whereas if we wrote that in the bass clef, that would considerably drop the pitch, because we'd be taking it into a new clef and going into the bass register. And the treble clef, of course, is allocated to high instruments. Bass clef is to the lower pitched instruments, and then the tenor and the alto clef kind of accommodate the mid-range spanning either side a little bit. So by all means do have a go and experiment trying the different pitches by switching the clefs. And it's always important to keep middle C as your reference point so that you don't end up in the wrong octaves. So always keep referring back to middle C, and then this topic becomes quite simple, if a little time consuming. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.